Hello and welcome to my second Sims 4 speed build. This is a much bigger build than my previous speed build. I actually saw a picture of a house online. I was looking around on house.com and I saw it kind of almost looks like a mountain home based on the picture. I don't really know where it is, but it looked cool and it was big and a modern home, and I hadn't really built a big home yet in The Sims 4, so I decided that I wanted to try this house. And it had kind of some, not interesting roofing, but a different roofing style than I normally go with, and it was a lot less traditional than the homes I normally build. So I decided that it would be kind of, good practice to expand my horizons. Just kind of a side note, when I was making this video, I was using the OBS recording software for the first time, and I had all kinds of problems with it. There was lag, video quality at points goes down. I think by the end of this video, the last clip I included, I have it pretty much figured out, but I'm missing footage from the upstairs decoration because it came out like very dark for some reason, and there was a lot of lag to it, and it just like wasn't includable. And there's multiple rooms in this home that I actually built the house itself 3 times because of recording issues. And there are multiple rooms that I decorated. I think the kitchen was done 3 times, the living room was done twice. So I just didn't feel like rebuilding the upstairs again, and I was really happy with a lot of the rooms in the upstairs, so unfortunately there's no footage of furnishing the upstairs, but I will include extra screenshots of the upstairs to try and make up for it. But yeah, I was having so many issues. I hope I have it figured out, because before I was recording on QuickTime, and QuickTime is nice and everything, but it doesn't record just your game screen, and I get a lot of notifications that pop up on my computer screen that I didn't want to turn off, so I decided to go with OBS, and it was really difficult to use on a Mac. So, I think I've mastered it now. We'll have to see. But yeah, anyway, the building of this house, one of the things that was fun about it is there's a lot of windows and glass. And so I got to use the largest sized windows for the first time because I used the tallest wall height for the downstairs and then the medium sized for the upstairs. I feel like the medium sized wall height should be the highest the walls go. Like the tall wall height is just huge. It would be cool to have something in between like the small and the middle sized. But yeah, anyway, yeah, we moved to the inside. We don't see the painting of like the outdoor walls or anything, because that's another thing that got cut off during filming. This is like my 17,000th build of the kitchen. The thing I do like about this kitchen is it has a huge island with the stovetop included. I do miss half walls in this game because you can't get the oven totally flush with the counter. Like, the width just doesn't line up correctly, and so there's a small gap, and that really bothers me because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. But yeah, we don't have half walls, and I just didn't want to fiddle around with the counters anymore. This is a trick that I do with the lighting with the cabinets, is I put those like thin little wall lights behind the cabinets to simulate like under cabinet lighting. I think that's what you call it. But yeah, I really like to do that in kitchens for some reason. It brings in more light. I have to keep the graphics setting on my game pretty low because I play on a Mac, and it makes my computer run really hot for some reason. So I try and keep the settings as low as possible. I'm still really scared that this game is going to crash. I've actually only had one crash so far, and it was more, the application froze. I didn't get like an error message. It didn't completely crash. So that was good. My Sims 3 game is like virtually unplayable because of crashes and graphics glitches. So I do like how the Sims 4 is way more stable on Mac. Here you can see in the living room, the shelves are already done because it takes forever to get like all of the clutter on those shelves because there are very few objects that actually fit on the shelves. So you have to get very creative with what you put up there, or you have to use that like moving objects up cheat, which is what I use. But it takes forever to get things at the proper height. And I built this room so many times, I just didn't want to do the shelves again. But you can see them in their finished form, and I think they look fine. I did a little thing with the bookcase here to kind of create a little bit of separation, but it wasn't as wide as I wanted it, so I just added more. I've tested this house completely, and the bookshelf was usable in my game, so hopefully it works in yours. I made a huge coffee table out of the glass tables just to kind of fit the area. I was really excited with this house about how big the spaces were because I really wanted to use those big rugs. I've never used them before. So that was really cool until I realized that you also need to put in like a lot more furniture because there's just so much space and it's weird to leave it empty, and there's not a lot of like furniture options because this is the base game. Those columns disappear by the end, by the way. I do have a lot of problems in my game with disappearing objects, but I have no idea where those columns are, but they've disappeared by the end. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, there's just so many wide open spaces that I had to do a lot of like furniture combining, I guess you would call it, with the move objects cheat, just to make things look proportional and to fit the space. And it was actually a challenge for me to furnish this house because I've never built a house this big in The Sims 4, and there's so little furniture. I hadn't used the cheat that unlocks the gameplay rewards items, I guess you would call them, until playing this house, and I wasn't like gonna let myself use it because I'm really not that big on like actual gameplay cheats, and I felt like that counted as a gameplay cheat, but I needed extra items in this house, so I did end up using it, and I am probably going to use it like forever now because there's just so many objects that are just really cool that I just like to use, and there's so few choices in this game that it was nice to be able to expand my choices a bit. I included like this glass enclosed staircase thing. I'd seen Deligracy do it in, I believe it's the glass house she calls it, but I really like that effect and I thought it fit this house really well. This house should probably be furnished a little bit more modern than it is. It ended up, the style of the house, like architecturally, is very modern, and the furnishings in this house are pretty traditional, so I don't know, I probably should have gone with more modern furnishing, but it's so like big that I wanted to make it fancy, and fancy for me means using very traditional objects, so I combined those two long paintings. They're actually separate paintings. I put them together and they actually look like one painting together. They look really cool. I really like the way that came out. I had a lot of trouble furnishing this room because this is supposed to be like the fancy living room parlor, I guess you would call it. And I couldn't find rugs that fit the style I wanted. The shape of the room is kind of weird, so I built like a library type thing against one wall, but I'm not entirely thrilled with the way this room came out. It's not like the worst room I've ever done, but like, I don't know, I feel like I can do better. But I mean, you learn. This is, I think, the maybe 4th or 5th house that I've ever built in this game, so I definitely learned a lot of lessons in building, and there are things that I did in this house that I probably 3 months from now will look at and cringe. But I mean, overall, I like the way it came out, I guess. Here I'm trying to figure out furniture placement. It's this long section of the room that's like really weird. But yeah, anyway, this room was originally going to be a bathroom. But then it's just really big and I didn't know what to do with it, so I looked in that little like gallery of styled rooms for some ideas, and I saw a gym and I was like, oh my god, that would be perfect. So I put in a gym, and then I also put a shower in the room so that you don't have to walk across the fancy living room in your sweaty clothes, and I think it was like a genius idea. I'm so proud of myself for that shower in the gym, and it's like stupid. I shouldn't be as proud of myself for that shower as I am, but yeah, I thought it was a cool idea. I mean, ideally, you're not going to have a gym off your fancy living room in the first place. That should probably be in the basement, but we don't have basements in this game, as far as I know. So, yeah, you get a gym on the first floor. I could have also put a study in there. I don't know, I've done a few studies. I've furnished a few studies before, so I didn't want to do another one. The only thing I did realize is I had made that glass enclosed staircase, and the glass walls were in the gym, like right where the shower was, which is awkward. So I did leave one of the glass windows in there, thinking that you probably can't, like, you have to like really bend your head in order to see into the shower, and like it's The Sims, they're not going to see in there anyway. So it doesn't matter. And then this turned into the only guest bathroom on this floor. There is a master bathroom, but you don't really need more than one bathroom for guests on this floor. I mean, there's 2 more bathrooms upstairs. I think this is a 5-bathroom house. So, yeah, there's plenty of bathroom. No, actually, it's a 4-bathroom plus gym with shower, which I counted as a bathroom, which isn't technically a bathroom. Well, it might be. I don't know. The layout of this room is weird. I probably should have waited to build this bathroom because I was kind of burnt out when I did. It took me about a week to build and furnish this house. And I think this bathroom was the last thing I did on this day. So I was just burnt out. And so the bathroom is just like, I mean, it's decorated, it's just not done with as much like energy as the rest of the house. Yeah, I definitely built that bathroom on a different day than this bedroom. I do really like the way, this is the master bedroom, and I do really like the way this bedroom came out. I was gonna do this like canopy type effect on the bed and try and connect those 2 curtains, but those arbor, I guess you would call them arbor, the wooden things that you can put above that white thing that I was trying to put in there. I don't know what you would call it, but I tried to connect the 2 curtains with it, and you can only place it directly against a wall, and I guess I could have built a wall through the bed and put a bunch of them there, but I just didn't feel like doing it, and I felt like it would just take up too much room, and I think, you know, I like the way that this came out at the end of the day. I think it works fine without it, so... but yeah, this bedroom came out very cozy. I was a little bit worried because this is the biggest bedroom I've ever furnished. And I think it's probably close to the same size as the teen girl's bedroom upstairs, but it was very intimidating, and the walls are so high that, like, I was putting paintings in and I just felt like they were so low, but I didn't want to put them higher because, like, you can't really see them, and when you're playing the game, like, you really can't see the upper part of the walls anyways, so it's not a huge deal. I put a little reading corner here where you can just sit and look out the window, and I think that would be like really cozy. I don't remember those plants being there when I took the final screenshots. Those might be something else that disappeared, but I'm not positive about that. I guess we'll find out by the end of this video. But I have another seating area over there where you could sit and like put on your shoes or something. I had a lot of problems with this bathroom. I've changed the layout of this bathroom and the walk-in closet I made the closet bigger and the bathroom smaller, which is a strange thing to do, but I feel like the way the final bathroom comes out, it ends up working really well. And then I also changed the windows a little bit in here because I wanted to put up a mirror and I couldn't because there are windows, so I changed that up. I do make the little toilet room smaller in the end. I really hate like the tiling options that they have for this game because they come in like 3 colors. It's like beige, a reddish, and like blue. And there's not enough color options for bathroom stuff. It really upsets me. I also am really upset that you can't move the mirrors. As far as I know, you can't move the mirrors on the wall. I haven't been able to get them to move. If you can, let me know in the comments below. I would love it if I could. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could probably use that resize objects cheat. I don't ever use that cheat. I don't know. I don't like the idea of it. And I heard that it doesn't stick if you upload your lot to the gallery. Like the items will go back to their original size. I could be wrong. Again, let me know in the comments below if I am. But yeah, so I don't use that cheat, so then that makes kind of the mirrors more of an issue. But yeah, I end up changing some rugs in there. I take out the rug beneath the piano. I'm not like 100% thrilled with the entryway, but I really struggle with like big entryways. Like if you give me a little hallway, I can decorate the heck out of it. But give me a large entryway like that, and I just don't know what to do. I mean, there's also just not a lot of objects in the game to... I mean, I love the console tables that they included. Those are like one of my favorite things ever. I'm so excited about those. But other than that, it's just like hard to furnish like a very large entry. Yeah, I ended up putting in an outdoor kitchen though. I had no idea what to do on this deck, so I looked through the styled rooms again, and I saw that I got an idea to like do an outdoor kitchen. Put a nice like little shelf against the wall. I mean, the concept of having an outdoor kitchen like that to me is so strange because I live in New England and you could technically have an outdoor kitchen here, but you can only really use it like 2 or 3 months out of the year, and everything probably gets damaged all the time because we get a lot of snow and rain and wind, and it's just not a great climate to have outdoor living. So I tend to struggle a lot with outdoors in this game, I think because we just don't really have that type of lifestyle here. But I do actually like the way the outdoors of this home came out. It's probably my favorite yard that I've done. I have like this little seating area over there, which would be so impractical because I just feel like those cushions would get ruined. But yeah, it's a nice little like area to have like parties and hang out by the pool. And then I have like a fountain between the pool and the porch, and then I have like this little like walkway. It didn't really come out the way I wanted it to, but it was just like kind of a fun thing to do. Originally I wanted like the fountain to like go up against the pool, but I guess you can't do that. Or I wasn't using the right cheat codes. I don't know. But I probably should have extended the fountain out farther, so that you can see a little bit more of it, but whatever. I mean, it's good enough. It works. Yeah, I was looking through the styled rooms again to try and get some ideas for what to do, because I was just like, I have all this space, and they don't have, like, pool. They introduced pools into this game, right? And they didn't include, like, a pool lounge chair or a diving board. Like, in what world does that make sense? How much work would it have taken for them to even make, like, 2 types of pool lounge chairs and 1 diving board? I don't understand. They're gonna end up putting it in an expansion pack, and we're gonna have to pay, like, $40. Just get diving boards in this game. I know that's what's gonna happen. And I'll probably pay for it because I'm a sucker for The Sims. But yeah, I have like this little like side yard off the pool area, which I actually ended up really liking. This would be so expensive in the real world because it's like a patch of grass in the desert, and you have to like keep it watered and stuff, and I bet it would probably like violate all kinds of like watering laws and regulate. I don't know. I don't know if they have those in like desert climates. I just assume they do because like if we get a drought here, which is rare, like they'll have like town water bans, and you can't water your lawns every day. So that lawn would probably die in real life, but it's not real life. It's The Sims. I also didn't really know like what to do about gardening in this landscape because I always put dirt underneath. Like here you see I'm terrain painting, and I wasn't sure like how that works in like desert. Like do you just dig or not? But I felt like it looked more finished when I put dirt in, so I did end up putting dirt in. I also included that llama topiary. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have a college degree and I don't know how to pronounce that word. But yeah, but I've never used it and I thought it would be fun, and so I ended up putting it in. You can see a little bit of the exterior work here that I skipped over because of my recording issues. I did that thing where you include shelves on the side to just like add some interest to the side of the house. That's something I've seen on multiple speed builds. It's not my own idea, but I think it looked really cool for this house. I was trying to include plants that were like all similar colors just to make it kind of go together a little bit better. I'm still not great at gardening, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. I'm working on it. But we have another big fountain in front of this house. This house is like so inefficient for the desert. Like, ugh, the amount of water this house probably uses. All the neighbors cringe, but whatever, you know, these people are wealthy. They can afford it. I was just putting a little bit out here. I wanted to include the bird bath, but it didn't really fit in. I probably should have put it in the backyard, but I didn't end up doing that for some reason. Don't know why. Looking at that now, that is something that I'm just like, alright, should have done that, but yeah, I didn't. So anyway, there's another little console table that I love. I kept trying to include the holiday wreath in this house because I was just like, I want to use that, but it just doesn't fit in this house. I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't, this house doesn't feel like Christmas, so yeah. You can see we have the layout of the home from the downstairs and the upstairs. And then we have a shot. I moved the Goths in to test this home. So there's Bella Goth watching TV in the kitchen. And I really just loved the view out those windows. It looks so epic in these screenshots. Like, man, the detail in this game is really, really good sometimes. You just kind of look at it and it's just, you know, like, wow. But yeah, this is the entranceway that I'm not thrilled with. I probably should have put more pictures in there, but whatever. The library. And I was thinking about putting a giant picture on that wall, but I don't know, I just decided against it for some reason. I love this gym. I don't know. I'm obsessed with the idea of it. I don't really know why. It's pathetic. I'm weird. I shouldn't be obsessed with the gym. But yeah, here's the master bathroom. It was hard to take some shots in here because these rooms are smaller. And I'm just not that great at taking screenshots. Not a huge skill of mine. That's also something that I'll be working on as I do these speed builds. But yeah, I think we're about to go upstairs so you guys can get a look at that. Yes, this is the upstairs hallway. There's little, oh, what's the godson's name? I always forget it. But yeah, this is just like a little like upstairs landing desk. There's more and more reading to him it's a little boy's bedroom, which is significantly smaller than the teen girl's room. I love this room. There's a TV in there, there's a computer, it's like a woman cave. She can stay in there and never have to come out or see her family, which I'm sure every teen girl would love to do. And I made it girly without making it pink. I'm not a huge fan of pink. the teen girl does have her own walk-in closet and bathroom, and then this is the guest bathroom upstairs. I really like the way this room came out, so I uploaded that room separately to the gallery. This entire house is available on the gallery under my Origin ID. The links are included below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I will be back soon with another speed build. Thanks!